All right, next up, the Super Mario Galaxy Cup, the Rock Cup. I appreciated when I saw that cup. For London Loop, we're going to Britain now. On Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Contrary to recency bias of me hating a certain ex of Taylor Swift who just so happens to be British, I put this one in C tier.
Don't let
I will not be
Taylor
elaborating.
Don't
I will not be elaborating.
Don't let her exes determine your placement of the track. That's not fair to London Loop. It's not the track's fault. They come from there.
It's
that's like putting Berlin Byways in F because Hitler was there at one point. And
how would we get here? But no, in all seriousness, I had to make that joke. But in all seriousness, it's fine. I really do like the third lap. I like that you kind of go on the water.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing wrong with the track. It's very forgettable.
It's actually I think it's the longest city track in the game, and it's one of the longest tracks in the whole entire of 8 Deluxe, which is insane. Yeah. Which I do like. I do like the length. I'll give it that. That's part of the reason
it's not offensive. Like, I would put it somewhere in B. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. It's just kind of there.
I have it in B too. It's actually I was going back and forth. I have it right below Toad Circuit, but I could also put it right above. Like it's kind of depends on the day, I guess. So B, we're in agreement there. Where would it go in B? Like we need put it better than New York? Would you put it above New York?
No.
Below New York. You'd rather play New York Minute.
I would rather play New York Minute.
Okay. It's not far off from New York Minute on mine, so I guess
I'd put it right below New York for right now. I'm not super picky on its placement.
Okay. Next up, the track that's probably why we didn't get DS Luigi's Mansion, GBA Boo Lake.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, hold up. I completely misread my tier list. I have one GBA track that's above B in A tier, and it's this one. Boo Lake is my favorite GBA track in the game. It's so good.
It's not a bad track. I just like the penguins. This track doesn't have penguins.
But it's got booze. And I like the booze.
Don't drink and drive.
I knew you were gonna make that. I was literally thinking that in my head. It's got the ghosts. It's got the ghosty boys.
Yeah, this track is the vibes are fun. Going underwater and going back up is fun.
They actually made it a lake. It's not Boo Void anymore.
Yeah, they actually gave us what we asked for. I'd put it in lower B just because it's like it doesn't really do a lot, you know. I feel like
of A, so we want to put like high B between us.
I could do high B. I'm not against that.
Above Sky Garden.
I'd put it above Sky Garden.
Yeah. Wait, you said above?
Yeah, let's do above Sky Garden.
Yeah. On this remake came to tour and it was slanted. I was like, it's gonna be anti-gravity. I was like, there's no way they aren't gonna bring that back and make it anti-gravity.
Yeah.
Next up, this is one, no joke. I originally thought way back when was gonna be in the original Mario Kart 8. 3DS Rock Mountain. Above Sky Garden.
Yep.
Blue Lake. Like I guess just right above it. We can always move it later if we need to. So yeah, 3DS Rock Mountain or Alpine Pass for the Europeans out there.
See, it felt like this track belonged to the DLC just because it's the Rock Cup, so I understood it.
Yeah.
This track
people were pretty much predicting it when the Rock Cup was there. Like people were like, yeah, no, we're getting Rock Mountain.
For me, I do really like this track. It's a fun track. This is the second 3DS track in the past so far that I'm just like, I feel like you chose wrong. You're representing 7 so poorly right now. So I'm like, where's Wario Shipyard? Where's Shy Guy Bazaar? Where's the 3DS Mario Circuit? I don't know.
Thankfully, this same wave at the same time fixed that problem too.
Yes,
in the
absolutely
same wave.
It did.
The same wave is the same wave. They kind of made up for it. I have this in upper B, kind of upper middle B, just above Toad Circuit, like one spot right above.
Yeah, I can live with that actually.
It's one of my favorites. It was one of my favorite tracks in 7 too. I know people say the gliding doesn't feel as good as 7, which I get, but I still find it fun, especially if you get hit while gliding, because you're gonna fall all the way down.
It's a fine track.
Yeah, so high B.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I
thought we put it above.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, above where? Like, would you say above? Would you say better than Choco Mountain, or would you put it below the other mountain track that we've had so far?
I think I'd put it above it, just barely.
I agree. I have it above Choco as well.
That was
if I had to
that
choose
was a
between...
surprisingly hard decision.
Also, I love that the final ramp up the hill is anti-gravity now. I like that.
As it should be.
Like it's so slanted though. Like it definitely. Yeah. Next up, the track that we were supposed to be waiting like a whole year for, but they ended up surprising us and moved things around from the original leaks. Wii Maple Treeway. Probably, maybe the one track that might be more popular than Coconut Mall, depending on your view.
I don't think it is more popular, but it's definitely very, very close.
This and Coconut Mall are like, I think, the two most popular Wii tracks.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah,
and for
like,
that,
no doubt.
I do have it in S tier.
Same. I have it above Coconut Mall. It beat Coconut Mall for me, because if I had to choose between this or the other, then
I don't want to put it above Coconut Mall. I don't want to do that.
But also, we need a double S tier.
That's coming up later this wave, I think.
That okay? Fair. But okay, if we were to put an S though, would you put it above Waluigi or below
I put it
Waluigi?
above Waluigi. Absolutely.
I'm willing to accept that. We can do yeah.
I'm admitting defeat in the next cup, and Coconut Mall is losing its crown. I know that for a fact, so let me have it for a little while longer.
Yeah, the next cup is honestly, like, I would say one of the best cups of like the first half. Recap time.
Doubt. Absolutely.
Recap time. That's the end of that cup. Also, I'm just saying, I almost wish they kept it in Acorn Cup, because Acorn Maple Treeway, but whatever.
Yeah.
S tier Coconut.
It was originally there.
S tier Coconut Mall, Maple Treeway, Waluigi Pinball. A tier Sydney Sprint, Ninja Hideaway, Mushroom George, Calamari Desert, Paris Promenade. B tier Rock Mountain, Choco Mountain, Boo Lake, Sky Garden, Shroom Ridge, Mario Circuit 3, Snowland, New York Minute, London Loop, Toad Circuit. C tier Sky High Sunday and Tokyo Blur.
Nice. All right.
You're just saying words at this point. It's all going right over my head.
Next up, the Super Mario Odyssey Cup. I mean, Moon Cup. I mean, they're representing every game at this point. The track that is known for having the best song in Tour, Berlin Byways. And it still has the best music of all the Tour tracks.
I don't know how to feel about this track.
Our second traffic course in the game. And the only traffic course in Tour.
This track has always just been kind of there for me. It's like, I like it, but I never am actively seeking to play it.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one.
I have it in A. This has always been one of my favorite city tracks in Tour anyways. Oh, did you have it in A?
I had it in B, but I am willing to put it in A.
Because I also, like, I know it is sort of more on the simpler side, but not really. I would say it's actually got a decent amount of challenge. I guess it's why it's in the Moon. It's why it's in the Moon Cup. It's like the hardest city of the 6 we had up to this point. I also like that there's cars on it, and the cars are kind of like Shroom Ridge, I'd say. They're like, I still hit cars on this track. I cannot avoid them. And the fact that there's one part when you're going backwards and the car's going like this while you're going like that, like there's a chance you just...
Yep.
Like it's so
exactly.
it's so good, and it feels unique from other cities because it's the only one that has cars driving. So
True.
I have it in A. I prefer it over Shroom Ridge personally, but I can understand people preferring Shroom Ridge.
I'd put it above Shroom. I think that's fair.
Yeah. So what are we saying? A tier? Like low A, mid A, somewhere around there? Because we have Paris in A too. Would you put it above Paris? I would have it above.
I'd put it above Calamari.
Yeah. I would personally put it above Mushroom Gorge, but I can understand a case with being below Mushroom Gorge.
Let's go below Mushroom Gorge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's like a kind of between our two placements.
Yeah.
Next up, DS Peach Gardens, the other one that really surprised us. This is the Calamari Desert of Wave 3.
This has always been like one of my like sleeper favorites, and I did not think it was ever going to come back for like a long time. So seeing it come back in the DLC, same. I was so hyped.
And it was more surprising because when it was added in the DLC, it wasn't in Tor yet. So like,
yep.
If it was in Tor, it would have been like, oh well, okay. But since it wasn't, I was like, what?
Well, when the music leak like had its music in there, I was like, that's a surprise pick. I didn't see.
I know. I heard that. I was like, wow. Also, I remember when people saw Turnip Cup, they were predicting this track to be in that cup.
Yeah, I could have seen
Turnip. That. But I understand why it's here because it's a special cup track in DS. So I mean, it makes sense to be. Also, the twist at the end with lap 3 using the unused section of DS. Like every game in DS and Wii, that section was there. You saw a road, but it was never used, and they finally utilized it for once.
So I put this one in like middle A.
I think that's about where I have it. Yeah, middle A. Yeah, that's where I have it. And I know people talk about how it's a bit simplified, but I know. I think going backwards is a good compromise.
This is the track I think I'd be personally willing to put above Mushroom Gorge.
Ooh, I can agree with that. Yeah, I have it. Isn't it literally? It's literally 2 spots above Mushroom Gorge for me. So I agree with that. Yeah, it's also I love what they did with the hedges. Luigi, Toad, Toadette, and then Peach, and then you got the Mario one and the first one you see. I love that. And then on the way back, you can high five Luigi with the car.
He needs a high five.
That's genius. Like I love that. So yeah, so A above Mushroom Gorge.
Perfect.
Next up, it's Christmas time. We got Tor Merry Mountain, the Christmas track. Our first holiday themed track. Interestingly enough, I'm surprised it took this long to get one, but here we are.
This track, for me, has one fatal flaw. That last straightaway that basically you do absolutely nothing in.
Really?
Is just such an underwhelming ending to that track.
Really? Because it's like that's what I like about it. Because it's like it's like the perfect opportunity to get green shell snipes and banana snipes right at the end to take the lead. It's like perfect.
All these nice twists and turns to get up to the top. You get that nice
even a half pipe.
Half pipe if you really want to, and then the rest of the track is just okay. Drive.
To be
maybe
fair,
turn a little bit if you want the speed boosts.
In its defense, kind of like how you had New York Minute Tokyo Blur being the first Tor City tracks, Merry Mountain was the first non-city nitro track in Tor. So, and I think because it was a Christmas track, they kind of wanted it to be, I think because it was a Christmas track, they didn't want to like make it too hard because it's supposed to be like nice and happy and a fun time. But I
put it high B tier.
That's literally exactly where I have it. I top B. It's my first one in B actually. Of all the B tiers, it's my favorite.
I'm fine putting it top of B.
It gives me good vibes every time I play it too. Even when it's not December. Even when it's not December, I get good vibes just by playing it. And
shout out Shout out Good Vibes Gaming.
Oh.
Wait, are we not talking about?
No, no, I was saying the track gives me good vibes.
So okay, so just to make sure, before that you talked about Berlin, then you talked about Peach.
Then Peach. We're on Merry Mountain right now.
Okay, good thing I checked because next up on my list is Rainbow Road, so it's a good thing I checked.
Yeah, we're on Merry Mountain right now. We were just finishing up.
All right. Good thing
We
I
both
checked.
agreed high B. What's the highest one in B on there?
Rock.
Would you put it above Rock, or would you say it's below? I would personally put it maybe slightly below.
I'd put it below.
I don't know what's above that, but
Rock, Choco.
Now. Ooh, the mountains. The 3 mountain tracks are competing right now. Better than Choco? Would you put it above Choco? Because I have it above Choco. But I have it below Rock.
I don't think I would personally. However, I'm willing to put it in between the mountains.
Okay. I just realized there's 4 DLC. We have all the tracks with mountain in the name in this DLC. There's only 4 in the entire series, and they have all 4 of them in this DLC.
And one is going to be much higher than the others if I have a say about it.
Yep, I would agree with that.
Perfect.
All right, and now probably the best track in the first half of the entire well, maybe other than Waluigi Pinball, or depending on your opinion, 3DS Rainbow Road, which it was inevitable with Moon Cup, so considering you go on the moon, and we kind of figured they would end it with Rainbow Road. So
I'm just going to throw this out there now. I think when this video ends, this is going to be my favorite track. Like, non-biased Coconut Mall, this is going to be the track I rank the highest in this DLC. This is the Double S track. This is the Rainbow Road. I know we'll have a conversation about Wii's later. This is the Rainbow Road.
And it's crazy because I remember wanting this back in the original Mario Kart 8 DLC. But we got the SNES one instead, so now to finally have it here is like a nice, like, 14-year-old me is happy now.
Yes.
I'm like, yes, I finally got it in this game. I just wanted an HD version of it. The way they did the road, I was, oh my gosh. I thought they were just gonna like do the tour one or like the 7 one, but just higher quality, but they straight up just changed it entirely. Like, and the background.
They knew they had to treat that track well. No, they knew they had to do everything for that track.
It's like the only one in the first wave that pretty much got the actual Mario Kart 8 treatment, like straight up. Like, this is what it would have looked like if it came in the base game. So,
agreed.
Yeah, I have it in S personally. It's because I had to make room for other double S tracks because I didn't want to put like 10 bajillion tracks in there. But for now, I'm definitely willing to put it in double S.
I feel like we have to.
We have to have one by now at this point. Like,
yeah, we're halfway through.
This deserves it.
This is the one.
One of the best Rainbow Roads in the series.
All right, double S.
DLC gave us the 2 best ones. Yeah.
All right. So now recap
double
time.
S for 3DS Rainbow Road.
Double S Rainbow Road. S Coconut Mall, Maple Treeway, Waluigi Pinball. A tier Sydney Sprint, Ninja Hideaway, Peach Gardens, Mushroom Gorge, Berlin Byways, Calamari Desert, Paris Promenade. B tier Rock Mountain, Merry Mountain, Choco Mountain, Boo Lake, Sky Garden, Shroom Ridge, Mario Circuit 3, Snowland, New York Minute, London Loop, Toad Circuit, C tier Sky High Sunday, Tokyo Blur. Congratulations, you made it halfway through. Woo!